I'm only speaking from precedents, from what we have seen, even from the comment of the president himself.
Yeah.
So he gave that initial precedence that yes, we've been able to do A, B, C, D, and E. In the same vein, logically, you can only ask, so why can't we finish this last one bit?
This last one bit that you are talking about, that's the point I am making, that insurgency wars are very, very difficult. You have contending issues. Like the state of emergency, you heard all the noise. No, you cannot reimpose, you can't extend. Oh, they are sending more Muslims to be killed. You have all those kind of things. So you manage them. Oh, they are killing our people. So these are issues that you have to be very, very careful in finishing off. Least you are accused of genocide, war crimes,
you use the word careful. But you know, some other people who don't see it that way could say, look, it just comes across as though, are we afraid to take the bull by the horn?
No, we are not afraid. I know there are conventions of war, and the Nigerian military is very, very, very aware of that. Even when they've done well, you hear Amnesty International wakes up to make certain allegations that are unfounded, that are not true. Like I was telling somebody, amnesty means granting pardon. The president should grant them pardon for that report that was far-fetched, that had no truth, you know.
Is it possible that the troops, the morale of the troop is down? Is it possible?
No, I don't think so. It's high. But you see, that's why I said we must be careful the way we say certain things about the military. Like I said, it's all these allegations that are unfounded. You know, generalizations.
What makes them unfounded?
Because it's not true that the high command, people are sitting on money belonging to the troops or that they are ill-equipped. Again, people must know that when you order equipment, the president has ordered equipment for these guys, but it cannot come. It's not something you buy off the shelf. So it's a new kind of war. Not even United States of America, the greatest superpower, has found it very easy to contain.
But the question
insurgency.
is, you order equipment. Do you also order allowances?
No, but look, Nat, I'll be honest with you.
The name is Neota.
Neota, I'll be very, very honest with you. Like I said, I hate generalizations.
It's just a question.
And the American people, because I watched the hearing, they too, today you hear their problem with the hospital for the military. So generalizations carry over. The Nigerian military is corrupt. I refuse to. Troops are not getting their allowances. I refuse to accept that.
Yeah, but do you expect
they get their allowances?
But do you expect that
if there is a specific problem,
yeah,
nail it down.
But the thing about this is, look, you covered some of these things before. Do you expect that these kind of allegations will not make the rounds? That would be foolhardy, don't you think? It will always be there. So it's up to the authorities to just come up and put the record straight. That's the way it is.
But you see, the military itself, I must say, they don't have to come out the way. It's only when I think sensitive issues they've come out. I've heard them warn politicians. I've heard them say certain things. The other ones, I'm sure, they have this attitude that first the president, the National Assembly, they know the releases to the military. And then there's the Auditor General and all the other agencies. The National Assembly, they have oversight functions on the military. If truly they believe that the military have not spent what was given to them, either for the allowances due to these troops and all the other people, I'm sure they would have raised questions. But what you have is that people like me who don't even know what the budget is. Of course, budget is an estimate, and what eventually does get to them.
That's on the one hand.
Yes.
But have you lately been in touch with the junior high command of those on the front lines, in the theater, as it is, in terms of the operational challenges that they're going through? Do you get in touch with any of them sometimes?
My friends now, by the grace of God, are major, they're brigadier generals, those who joined, who decided to go into the military. I talked to them, I asked them questions. And those on the streets, especially in Kaduna, no, I don't think, there will always be need for equipment. But like I said, at the end of the day, we have to get things right, reorganize our security services, make sure our police is functioning. We have human intelligence. America, with all its supersonic jets and surveillance and satellite military, more than 40 surveillance satellite systems. At the end of the day, how did it get to Osama bin Laden? It got to Osama bin Laden through human intelligence, which is lacking. Umaru Diko, like I told somebody the other day, was saved by a British woman who looked across the street, saw that he was being bundled into the car. If you give Nigerian policeman any information now, do you have a graphic artist that can give a description of, take the description and then put it out and all that?
But do you share the opinion of sometimes understanding of Nigerians, most of them who all they want to see is just get these girls back home safe? Because in spite of the challenges, understandably, perhaps, nobody wants to hear excuses. They just want results.
I agree with you. It's a nightmare situation for everybody. As a parent, for everybody, I agree with you. No excuses. But again, like I'll come back to that same point, it's a very, very difficult situation. I've heard somebody say, bomb the forest. What do you want to achieve? Kill the girls with the insurgents?
No, even before assuming that the girls are in some of those camps, before now, that same call had gone out. Pound those areas. It never happened until this abduction. So can these abductions be a reason to justify not pounding those areas?
There are people, if you know that forest, there are villages, people living legitimately, going about their normal day-to-day activities. So it's not something that you just go and pound. Not even now. Now it's even worse that we know 20, 30, 50, 60 girls are with these insurgents. So they just have to find a way. It's very difficult. It's complicated. But it's not something that the quick fix, go and bomb.
No, let's look at that quick fix thing. I mean, the Chief of Defense Staff was quoted as saying that insurgency will end in April 2014.
He was misquoted. I read that quote.
He was misquoted.
Yeah, I read the DDI defend that. He was misquoted. But be that as it may, it shows the anxiety of the military high command to make sure that they put an end to the insurgency.
They are determined.
They are determined.
Okay.
Very, very.
Sambisa Forest is believed to have been a game reserve.
Yeah, it is a game reserve.
We all know that game reserves have maps. Is it possible that the map of the Sambisa Forest is missing?
It's not missing.
So
I've also used Google. I'm sure you can Google it.
No. Let's leave Google. Google is modern day. Yeah. So let's go back and say, okay,
but you have
a
it
map
now.
of the Sambisa Forest. Is the map being utilized? Do you think the map is being utilized in the search of this guy?
But you see, I'm happy the National Technology Development Agency, sometime within the week, last week or so, came out to say our satellites are for dictating floods, settling border crisis, and all that. We don't have the high sensor, what military people call spy satellites. We don't have them. So all this, no doubt, gave these boys some room, 1 week, 2 weeks, until now that help is coming. But even with the help, at the end of the day, it's the Nigerian Armed Forces that will go, whatever they do up, that will go there physically. And then, like I keep saying, at the end of the day, it's human intelligence. People live with these insurgents. People would have seen movements, and then they have to confide. So these are all the situations moving forward. Our immediate task now, find these girls.